And we have a top 8 game for you waiting. This one is between Piecetinker and Mattmanhex, both playing sockets, both playing Ardent. Which will win?
Well, Mattmanhex looks to be playing more sockets than Ardent, and Piecetinker playing more Ardent than sockets. Mattmanhex having those Animus of Nolzons, playing instrumental roles in getting the socketed decks up, above, and beyond the control of their opponents. While Piecetinker, Llama Herder, the War-Torn General, and Heart of Embers, great start for that, the Valor style deck. A Hero of Legend sneaking into that Mattmanhex's deck to allow for the use of Ardent Crusader, an excellent diamond socketed troop. Century of Nolzon for Mattmanhex, reducing the cost of Animus, but not Hero of Legend, so we're likely to see a turn 2 Altar of Nolzon. Piecetinker starting with Guidance, Fate Weave, then draw a card in Diamond. Looks like he picked up a Moonrise Elder.
That's not a bad pickup here, actually. If there's a resource here next turn, this can start really going off. We see a swing from Mattmanhex. Gotta get him with that Sentry.
Mattmanhex knows how to send the message.
That's the first message we've seen sent today. I think I know who wins this game. Animus of Nolzon coming in, drawing a card, and got to get in that Lasgar's trigger. Yeah, that's true.
Piecetinker does not pick up a response to this. There's no removal at the moment. Heart of Embers is still a turn or two away from being able to solve that. And by then, especially if the second Animus hits, it likely will.
Ooh, we see Animus coming down. And you know what's bigger than 3 damage? 4 defense. And that means Heart of Embers cannot kill these right now. Not with a single Valor, anyway.
Guidance could have taken a resource and allowed the play of Animus as well, but it turns out about the same. Maybe it could be drawn this turn. Animus is now there. Many Valors. Moonrise Elder has speed, but can't really attack through. Will just get blocked.
MC, however, likely has Flight Swift Strike, so that can get through. And is going to be a pretty big force here. Ardent Crusader as well off the top. Guidance here. Picking up a Cosmic Shaman. Not something I expected to see.
This is just all out of control. Alter as he got that draw in. Look at how big these socketed troops are. 9/9 Animus of Nolzons. Everything in. Haraza Banner. Triggered. Emergency block protocol activated.
And
they're all dead. Piecetinker's at 6 health. Heart of Embers can play 1 Valor and deal 3 damage to something. Even the Century of Nolzons have 1 attack.
Man, so there's some blocking that can be done this turn. But I take it back. I take it back. That changes everything. That Gemsworn there is going to put 2 socketed troops out. And that's going to be enough to win.
Double Animus hand doing lots of work, and Piecetinker not being able to answer that. We'll send this match into game 2.
As you know, the correct term for multiple Animus is anime.
Anime. The anime got in there. We don't see anime as this game loads up. In Mattmanhex, only a single Animus.
What do we have this time? We have a Sentry, an Animus, and an MC. Pretty good stuff. We do see that Vandalize tech there. Bringing in the Vandalize to take out those Animus and MCs. Vandalize also a little bit special in this particular matchup. Conjurer, William Rowan, Ardent Crusader, and Heart of Embers as well. So, Piecetinker's looking like he wants a diamond, and Mattmanhex is looking like he wants anything. Doesn't matter. Only one Animus this time, though, so no anime shenanigans going down.
Intrepid Conjurer. Potentially the source of an explosive combo with Haraza's power.
Wartorn General is a play here. Allows him to go for the ruby instead of the diamond and also have something to do.
Wartorn General will take the Intrepid Conjurer will attack, take that free 2 damage. Mattman, 21 health.
Oh, there it is. There's that second Animus. You know what that means.
Not this turn, however. MC's got a lead. Got a lead off. Made 1 cost by Sentry of Nulzahn.
Vandalize is used here, and what that means is there's nothing that can directly deal with the Animus. And that means the power level of these are going to be over 9,000.
The first Animus comes down. 2 cost. Piecetinker does pick up a 3rd resource. The diamond. Opts for William Rowan, which creates the Valor. Valor on Intrepid Conjurer. We'll make it a 3-2 and summon another Intrepid Conjurer.
Some big stuff happening on both sides here, to be sure. But this second Animus is going to come down, and that's going to push these both to a 4-4, and that puts them out of range of the Heart of Embers.
Not only that, Haraza has so many charges. Mattmanhex summons the Burning Banner. They all have speed. Likely won't attack yet. We'll wait another turn. There's that Cosmic Shaman. Martyr could be held to take out something. Piecetinker's got a turn to do what he can. Creates another Valor from Wartorn General. Has an Intrepid Conjurer, but not any resources to continue this combo. Sends William Rowan in. Big enough to not be blocked to trade with anything. Doesn't find Rowan, though. The Great Wolf Rowan is summoned when you play William Rowan. He goes into your deck, and attacking with William Rowan moves Rowan up 5 spaces, and he's on top of your deck when you attack with William Rowan. She comes out. The Llama Herder from Mattmanhex. Has speed, attacks, gives itself +1/+1 by exhausting the Sentry. Is unblocked. Piecetinker down to 19 health. Still's got a bit. The enemy are still manageable at the moment, though out of range of Heart of Embers. 2 Valor created by Intrepid Conjurer.
The slow shot there is not so bad, but the Heart of Embers needs a 5th resource to really go off here. And Mattmanhex can probably take a hit and not feel too bad about it. Double 6/6s is definitely a threat. But, I mean, I think he could take 12 here and be perfectly okay with it. He's actually going to go Martyr onto the Sentry here. to beef up those to 6-5 so we can take out the William Rowan and take the 12.
Down to 1, though. That's risky.
It's very risky. He does get a Speed Llama, and he picks up a Guidance here. Guidance is going to pick up another MC. So he's got blockers, at the very least. A resource from Piecetinker is going to be bad news, though. He can't really swing in with this MC, but it does have Swift Strike, so it defends very well against those War-Torn Generals.
Piecetinker looking for a resource here.
Finds it.
Finds it.
So Mattmanhex gets the anime, but Piecetinker is the one who unlocks his Bankai here. 3 damage to the faces, all it takes when the opponent's on 1.
Evens out that match 1-1. Now this for all the marbles. For the money finish. Top 8 does not finish in the money. You must advance to the top 4, so both players definitely want to win this match. Only 1 game away.
Oh, that hand looked really good, but we're seeing Mattmanhex chucking away down to 5. And Piecetinker mulliganing down to 6 here, but Piecetinker's hand does look pretty good. I mean, Mattman's looking pretty good as well. I really wish I could have seen that first hand again, because it looked like Mattmanhex had a pretty decent hand. I think he had 1 resource, but he had 2 sentries, so he could have played everything in his hand anyway if those sentries survived. Interesting. I think that Piecetinker is in a fairly strong position here. The only thing that could change that significantly, I think, is a sentry off the top here for Mattmanhex.
I think you've seen that Piecetinker is packing answers like Vandalize. So if anything were to go wrong, if any more of that removal were to be in deck, he could be stranded even with a 1 resource double Sentry of Nose on hand. He may have decided that's too risky, would rather go to a 6-card hand. Goes to an acceptable 5-card hand, though. So
that's that sentry we were talking about, and this, it looks bad for Mattmanhex, but if Piecetinker just doesn't draw resources, like, Mattmanhex wins. Okay, he does get a resource, so the War-Torn's going down, but we're going to see Animus into Crusader here, which is already pretty big. The draw. Crackling Magma. That is interesting.
Against this deck, you can respond to a Valor, take out Intrepid Conjurers. You can kill this War-Torn General before anything happens. But that's about it. Anything else is big enough for Crackling Magma to overcome that Crackling Magma. Also gives a charge, so get that charge power a little sooner.
I'm interested in why the Crusader was played here instead of the Animus. Scared of removal, perhaps, but he's playing it down now anyway. With limited draws, it's an interesting choice, I must say. Ardent Crusader, and it also means that the Magma can't be played here, which means that it's probably past its prime. The Valor likely gets. I mean, maybe he plays Moonrise Elder, actually. I could see that being a thing. He might still be able to get the War-Torn General.
Yep, resources spent on Moonrise Elder. We'll get Piecetinker those charges, both of them using the Major Ruby of Galvanization to rush out that Burning Banner. So, which mid-range troop rush is going to win this out?
A lot of Valors.
More Valors. than you can shake a stick at. In fact, Piecetinker can't hold all these Valors.
MC's a real nice hit here. It's going to buff up the 2 Socket Troops here. Crackling Magma might come down pre-combat here just to get rid of that potential blocker. And yeah, this is a lot of damage
That's
right now.
16 damage.
Actually holds back the Crusader, which isn't the worst idea in the world, considering you're going to get those 2 Flying Phantoms anyway. Not bad.
A full swing here would have meant the biggest of swing backs powered by Valors. And those double damage gems are floating around in both decks somewhere.
Live comes in. It's going to be interesting to see what Piecetinker chooses to swing with here. Doesn't go in with anything. Just holding back entirely there. One more Socket Troop. And there she is. Socket Troop pushes MC to above Live range. And Wise Magistrate, very good against the Valors here. Adding pluses to those Valors every turn. There are many blocks that need to be made here in order for this to be okay. And it's still lethal anyway. A lot of Candlekins.
But they can't block in time. They're just slightly late. Piecetinker goes to -3. Mattmanhex advances over Piecetinker into the top 4.
Well, well, well. Piecetinker makes it as a 7-0, only to lose the footing there in the first round of the top 8. But still a good performance. And it's nice to see... I don't know, the deck's pretty interesting. It's obviously a fairly classic Ruby, Diamond, Ardent, Valor deck. But the inclusion of those Live Ants is a pretty interesting one, and actually did fairly well, especially in the early rounds we saw where he was taking hits on the Live Ant from Sabretooth and getting a whole bunch of 1-1s as a result.